C-SPAN's local content vehicles are traveling the country as we look at some of the most closely contested House races leading up to this November's midterm elections.
My name is Roy Herron. I'm a truck driving, shotgun shooting, Bible reading, gospel preaching, crime fighting, family loving country boy from Dresden, Tennessee. And if you let me, I'll be your job creating, waste cutting congressman.
We need good policymakers in Washington that are going to cut taxes, let the free market go like it's supposed to, put gas and small business, the engine of our economy, taxes, tax credits, and tax cuts to get those guys going. That's how we're going to get out of this recession, folks. And that's what I'm going to do. I want less government and less bureaucracy.
Roy Herron served for about 20 years in the Tennessee General Assembly, about 8 as a representative from his district, and then about 12 as a senator. Stephen Fincher is a farmer who is part of an agribusiness in West Tennessee. He has no political experience, no office holding experience, and that is one of the big areas of his campaign.
It is one of the races that has been named kind of the race that will decide Congress. I think it's on the dirty dozen that will possibly flip Republican. So there's a lot of excitement, there's a lot of energy. There's also been a lot of back and forth between the two campaigns, particularly coming from Roy Herron's campaign. The Democratic candidate has raised quite a few questions about Stephen Fincher, about his past, about financial disclosure, that type of thing.
I'm Roy Herron, and I approve this message.
People are hunting for Stephen Fincher. An independent watchdog says Stephen Fincher may be guilty of a felony. A felony! Fincher broke the law, hiding hundreds of thousands in debt, won't release his tax returns or explain a mysterious loan. Fincher refuses to debate or answer questions about millions of dollars of financial transactions. Stephen Fincher, flirting with a felony, hiding from the truth. No wonder he's running away.
The issues primarily have been ones surrounding political philosophy, but also a matter of President Obama and his agenda, such as health care legislation particularly. And also Fincher has taken the position that as a farmer, that he is not a lifelong office holder and politician, doesn't pretend to be and doesn't want to be.
7 generations of our family have farmed, lived, and worked here. Faith, family, and freedom are our values. I'm running for Congress to fight for those values. What my opponents are saying about me isn't true, but this is. Their false attacks only help Obama and Pelosi. It's time to rise above politics and do what's right. I'm Stephen Fincher, and I approve this message because my roots run deep in Tennessee, not politics.
The district spreads all the way from Middle Tennessee on the east, ending in the southern, more rural part of Montgomery County, where we are now, all the way across the northern tier of West Tennessee to the Tennessee-Arkansas border.
This is a fairly conservative area in West Tennessee. It is traditionally Democratic, but it's still fairly conservative. Roy Herron is considered a conservative Democrat. So on the issues, they're not that far apart.
The most fundamental difference between us perhaps might be that he's already attacked his primary opponents for saying that they would work across the aisle. Well, if that's a sin, I'm a sinner. Everything I've done in the General Assembly, where it's been helping crime victims, helping children, improving the education, balancing the budget, everything I've taken on and worked at and helped the people of my district has been accomplished when I've worked with members of the other party.
This is not about partisan politics. This is about you guys. You know, Roy is hitting me on, I said that I'm not going to reach across the aisle and work with Obama and Pelosi. Well, folks, I'm not going to work with Pelosi. She does not represent this district. But I'm going to work for you guys. And I will work with conservatives on both sides. But Nancy Pelosi doesn't represent that.
I think the deciding factor in this election will be the degree to which people don't like the president. I think he is going to be standing out as perhaps the albatross around Herron's neck and the aid to Stephen Fincher. The issues that have come up are not that significant. Both talk about wanting to cut spending, both talk about balancing the budget, being more responsible, fighting crime. So in that sense, there's not a huge gap in the differences of their positions. Herron has Obama on his side. Fincher has a more conservative constituency and a more conservative privatization sort of message that he's trying to sell. And for better or for worse, I think that sells with a lot of folks in rural West Tennessee.
C-SPAN's local content vehicles are traveling the country as we look at some of the most closely contested House races leading up to this November's midterm elections. For more information on what the local content vehicles are up to this election season, visit our website, cspan.org/LCV.